Hello, friends. I wanted to come in and make a video about this full moon that we are about to experience on either May 15th or 16th, depending on where you are in the world. It's going to be intense. It is, first off, going to be a super moon, and it is a super moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about endings and beginnings. So with this full moon, full moons in general are all about releasing, right? But now we have this super full moon lunar eclipse going on as well. So that means the energies are intensified. Plus, we are also in a Mercury retrograde. So things may get a bit chaotic if they are not already chaotic. I can say that I've had videos, disappear on YouTube and technical difficulties and things like that. And that's what Mercury retrograde does. It almost, it gives us a lot of interference in things. And I'm feeling like we're all experiencing some major interference in the mental body, in the emotional body. And that is because we are being called to do a lot of release work with this full moon. And I have a feeling that for many of us, that release work has to do with our upbringings, maybe with our parents, conditionings and programmings that no longer serve us, that we need to walk away from so we can begin a new chapter, a new, more balanced, abundant chapter, I want to say. But I wanted to pull some cards here and just get a general overview for what we can all be experiencing over this full moon time. You can also feel the energy of the full moon, not just on the day of the full moon, but you can feel it up to a week before and a week after. I know I've been feeling it, and it's been intense. I've been cranky pants. I've been super negative, which is not my energy. And I've come to really understand myself in that it was the energy that was projected onto me as a child, and it's time to release that. And maybe you're feeling the same thing. Maybe there are negative thoughts and voices in your head that pop up that are not really your voice. It could be a parent's voice or some sort of caregiver's voice. And that's what you're being called to release. That's what you're being called to work through with this Scorpio full moon. And how fitting, right, that the Scorpio full moon card says, what do you need to, or it's time to release negativity. What negative feelings, vibes, memories, thoughts do you need to release? Could it be negative feelings and thoughts about yourself? Are those really your own thoughts? Ask yourself that question. Are they thoughts and feelings that were projected onto you maybe at a young age, or not even necessarily at a young age, but were they projected onto you by someone else? I want to say it's time to cut the fat. And this full moon is really helping us to do just that, to release all the things that no longer serve us so that we can make space for what it is that we really want, for the lives that we have chosen for ourselves. Our first card out says, try something new. This full moon may bring an opportunity to try something new. You may be invited out to do something different, and you should take that. But also, the something new is maybe thinking more positively, maybe letting go of those conditionings and programmings. Maybe it's even taking the time to really sit with yourself and question yourself as to whether or not you have old conditioning and programmings and thought beliefs that no longer serve you. This is a time for us to get grounded with this red energy here. That's the root chakra, to really get grounded in ourselves and in the knowing of ourselves. I want to say to really begin to understand and embrace what is ours and what is not ours. Because as humans, right, we absorb things. Especially as women, we absorb things. We are meant to take things in and to grow it into something new, right? And that's what we're being asked to do with any negative energy that has been placed upon us. Maybe eat more red fruits and vegetables over this time. Get out in nature if you are feeling ungrounded, if you're feeling extra negative. Our chakra card out for this full moon is guilt with the sacral chakra. And as I was saying, I feel like what a lot of us have to release has to do with our conditioning, our programming, maybe mothers, right? I don't know if you can, how well you can see this card right now, but this person here is ironing and they're shackled. It's like they're a slave to the work. And then this person here is back here with the vodka bottle, right? Knee deeps in the throes of addiction. We may be dealing with some addiction tendencies. We're being asked to release our addictions to negative thinking, negative people, places, things, situations. Release our release the negative views of the people in our lives, I want to say even. Maybe you've had someone, a parent figure even, who has dealt with addictions. And addiction doesn't necessarily just mean drugs and alcohol, right? It can be, it's just low vibe energies in general. It could be anxiety. You could have a parent who dealt with depression a lot and they projected that onto you and now it's something that you're dealing with, but maybe that's not really yours. You could have maybe felt like a slave to somebody else's issues. Maybe you had guilt around wanting to step out on your own. Maybe you have guilt around wanting to do something different, do something new, do something that serves you, instead of always serving someone else, tending to someone else. We're being called to really look deep and examine our guilt and to release said guilt. The halo on this card, it makes me feel as though a lot of us are dealing with our issues around, first off, abandonment, but also, abandonment and feeling the need to be perfect, feeling that came up in last week's energy, by the way, if you have been following my weekly energies here. It's time to release our chains towards being perfect, I want to say, towards people pleasing, towards doing things solely for the benefit of others. We're being called to really step into our power and to own our own lives, own what it is that we want for our lives. To release the need to need to feel accepted by other people. To release the need to have approval from other people. The bottom of the deck energy that I had in the Moonology cards is expect powerful change. This is a month of powerful change with all of these eclipses and things going on, with all of this activity, even with Mercury retrograde and and all of that. It's bringing about powerful change, but only if we really do the work, the inner work, I want to say, to release the negativity. Because spiritually speaking, once you release something, it makes room for something new. And that's what we're being called to do. And get one more card out for an overview. Thinker, 44. You might be interested in looking up angel number 44 and master number 44. But to me, the 4s are all about stability. It's about foundation. We're really being called to, well, yeah. And what? Look, we had the red here with the root chakra. And then the orange with the sacral chakra. That's the next one up from the root chakra. We're being called to really get grounded in ourselves, to really become more stable in ourselves and what it is that we want, what it is that we need, to really examine ourselves and ask ourselves why it is that we do what we do. Do we do it out of survival mode? Right? People pleasing comes from being in survival mode. Feeling the need for other people's acceptance and approval is survival mode. We're really being called to examine ourselves, examine why we do what we do. Examine why we do what we do, and then try something new. So that has been the collective reading for this full moon in Scorpio. You can check out my YouTube channel. There will be a pick a card reading so you can get more of an idea of how this full moon will be affecting you in general. You can also reach out for me for a private one-on-one reading to see exactly how it will be affecting you, since, you know, the YouTube videos are general readings. But yeah, I hope this gives you some food for thought. And I hope it helps you get through the next couple of weeks as seamless as possible. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.